would define bipolar as a very tumultuous illness. It's not a roller coaster like many presume it is or assume it is. It's not like a ride. You don't go up and down and it's just all fun and everything. For me, bipolar is the peaks of it. You're high, you're on top of the world, you can do anything. And then there's a little bit where you're shopping like you can't believe you're spending money left and right. You can't keep a positive bank account. You can't maintain relationships. You hurt anyone and everyone around you. Then there's depressive lows where you can't get out of bed. You can't convince yourself to take a shower. I've had a period where I was in bed for a week at a time, not showering, not brushing my teeth. I just didn't care. I didn't want to live. I could have cared less what was going on. But what hurt the most was that the fact that my daughters were seeing this and everything that was going on with me, and I felt I was hurting them more than I was myself.
The way that I would describe bipolar is that it's extremely hard to deal with. I have bipolar 2, which is the lesser of the two. They say that there's roughly 4 types of bipolar, but the third type, it's typically called something else, but also it's unofficially called bipolar 3. But I have bipolar 2, which is just a lesser of bipolar 1. Even though I have the lesser of the two, it is still very hard. I may not have a severe symptoms or mood swings or anything like that, or I don't go full manic. Bipolar 2, I go hypomanic, which, for example, a couple years ago, I haven't gone hypomanic in a long time, but a couple years ago I did, and it was just a big burst of energy. I don't think I slept for about 3 days. I actually was up until 4 a.m. in the morning, cleaning my room and rearranging it. My mom actually came into my room and was like, okay, you've got to go to bed, because I was being a little bit too loud. But I couldn't sleep, my mind was racing. But that's pretty much usually how the hypomanic episodes go. At least for me, it's very different for everybody. But it's just extremely hard to handle, mood swings, the way that we think. People can say one thing and not mean anything by it, but for us, we interpret things a lot different. And so what they think they say is harmless, we take it another way. So a lot of the time people have to, if they know, they try to be careful how they word things. That's if they know, like someone that I'm close to and stuff like that. But for strangers, I could take things a lot of different ways and take things to heart when really I shouldn't take them to heart. Just due to how we interpret things.
I was diagnosed at the age of 34. I actually ended up in the hospital and with suicidal thoughts. I spent a week there. That was hell. And then I was diagnosed. And after that diagnosis came other diagnoses. I was diagnosed with PTSD, with ADD, with panic and anxiety disorder, and the list goes on. And you take medications and everything just to try to keep yourself normal, whatever normal means these days. But yeah, 34. I've always felt that there was something a little off. During my early teens and late teens, I was very depressed. I actually went to my mom and told her I needed help. And I told her that I was depressed, and she looked at me and she said, "What do you have to be depressed about?" and laughed at me. And that was the end of that. So I spent the rest of my teenage years after school staying in my room, just wanting to die because I couldn't deal with what was going on in my head because I had no outlet and didn't know what to do with it.
The way that it affects my life day to day nowadays is just pretty much trying to keep it under wraps. Because, like I said earlier, I am not doing therapy. I'm not on any medications. I just wanted to. I feel like when I made that decision, I wanted to be able to feel like that I could basically deal with it on my own. And for the most part, I have been doing that decently. My fiance is very proud of me for that. But it has gotten a lot harder since I am a senior in school, which I decided to not do medication or therapy at the beginning of college, which is an interesting time that a lot of people would think, okay, why would you want to do it at that point? I honestly don't really know why. I guess I just wanted to feel normal. I guess I just didn't have to worry about therapy or medication, and I just kind of wanted a fresh start at college. But just like one of the other hardest things is just getting out of bed in the morning and going to classes. Since I am a commuter, I have to get up a little bit earlier than everyone else who lives on campus. But a lot of times I'll just sit there and it's like, do I really want to go? And I'll contemplate it for a while, but I was like, yeah, I should go. It's the right thing to do. And just with everything that I have going on with all the projects and stuff, and especially being a senior, getting ready to do capstone and graduate next spring, it's getting to be quite a bit to deal with, to a sense. But my fiance is very proud of me being able to do this without therapy or medication so far, and he has no problem with me going back to therapy, which I'm very happy about because I was worried about that. But like I said, it really is helpful when you have a good support system.
Therapy. Get into therapy. Find a good therapist. It has taken me years to find a good therapist. I finally have one, and believe it or not, thanks to COVID, it's a video chat. I don't go in to see her. She actually lives in South Georgia. And that's the way that I met her. I had a therapist before, and I thought he was helping me, but looking back, not so much. And then medication. Don't be afraid of the medicines. Yeah, some of them make you feel all these side effects that you don't like, or the way that they make you feel. That could be that the medicine's not right for you. It's a lot of hit and miss. I felt like a guinea pig for the longest time until I found the right combination. It's just a bit much for some people to take on. There's group therapy. There's a lot of things out there that you've got to look into. You've got to do the work yourself. No one else is going to do the work for you.